Hey guys, Common Cathode here. I recently got this Fluke 8010A digital multimeter for basically Nix the other day. So I figured I was going to do a teardown of it, and it might turn into a repair video since these gang switches up here do not want to stay in place on any of the settings because they just will not want to on any of these, on AC, DC, nothing. So this might turn into a repair video, and they were just working fine the other day, so we'll see what's going on. Simple thing to take apart, only one screw in it. Shouldn't be too difficult. And I think it's from like the late 80s or something, so I expect a few surface mount. I think there's a surface mount true RMS converter in there, but I expect a lot of through hole things from 80s, obviously, so. Screws out. This should maybe. It should just plop out. Unless this is sealed, which it shouldn't be, no. So I can get in here with a screwdriver, which I don't have. Ah, there we go. Ah. Oh, we're mooned. There we go. Ooh. That looks very... And it immediately strikes me, got a nice HRC fuse, and there's a transformer, which to me is odd. I haven't really seen those, but anyway. Odd how the power also strikes me that this goes all the way back. I'll probably zoom in and use screwdriver. That the power connector on the front here goes all the way back here. Anyway, we got the main processor down here, which is an Intersil, which I've never heard of. I bet everyone else out there is just yelling at me like it's this big name processor. Take that down some more. Maybe even more. And they have the nice isolation, maybe. The nice isolation slots and tinning up there. This looks like the spot for another transformer or something like that. And here, if I can, that's not socket. But here's a ceramic hybrid, hybrid module. And this is where your surface mount true RMS converter is. And there's a trimmer pot down there. And it looks, you got your main crystal down over here. I don't think that's the color burst frequency, but I don't see a frequency on there. You got some higher voltage caps for your 1000 volt rating, I think is what that is. Yeah, 750 volts AC. We have the main current shunt resistors here and here. I'll take off the front plate. Here we just got all the gang switches. Although we do have a very nice thin film resistor network. Thick film maybe? If it wants to focus. Down in here. Nope, that doesn't want to focus. Yeah, right down in here, we got that. And if I'm not mistaken, these look like these are like insulated standoffs, and they want to be very precise about that. And I haven't had any of that. Now look over here, we've got another resistor network or a hybrid something or other. I don't feel like looking that up right now. It's like an op amp, an LF351N. There's not enough light to get up there, but it's right here. No. Yep, there you go. A big ass resistor here. Looks more of a power resistor. I don't know the color codes off the top of my head. And over here looks like your bridge rectifier, unless those diodes are, which I don't think they are. Yeah, and here's some more high voltage. Anything else? This is some more high voltage caps, 1000 volts. No, those might be. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not big. Yeah. And if we flip it over to the back here, we can take a look at the back cover. I don't expect anything's underneath here, but I'm going to check just to be sure. Just shielding. Although the shielding on this one, it's aluminum faceplate, but it has a fiberglass backing to insulate. I would have expected just like a plasticky coating or something else, but they went to the trouble of making it fiberglass and relatively thick too. So good on Fluke back then, back in the day. So now what I'm going to be concerned about is this. I'll actually flip it around this way. Now what I'm going to be looking at now is up here and why these gang switches do not want to stay in place. I will press and press and there is nothing. And I just noticed too that there's a fuse in here for the, what is this, the milliamp range. So it can go to fuse 1, which would make sense. The last switch works, the second to last works. And as you can see, these just don't, some of these, like, they just don't want to latch into place. And I'm not sure why. And that one, these two work, and those are just the selectors up here if it's, yeah. I guess they kind of work, but either the springs are too rough or something. If anyone has an idea, please leave them down in the comments so I can get my Fluke working. And story about this too, this is actually my first and only Fluke device that I have. My main multimeter is actually just an X-Tech that Dave was in his $100 shootout from the EV vlog, so I figured that was a very good place to start. And that's about it for this Fluke 8010A. Actually, as I was putting this protective shielding plate back in, I realized that these, I don't want to call them verniers, but these standoffs down in here are apparently precision trim pots. They're not pots, but I realized that those have a screw head on them, so there's some sort of trimmer. And there's that capacitor, C1, C4. Correct me if I'm wrong, but those are definitely something. I only notice them because the this plate has the holes, so you can like get in there and turn them. You have to get the right tongue angle, but yeah, if those adjust the accuracy of it, like, because mine's about 3% off from what it's supposed to be according to my X-Tech, I might have to look into that, do that. And you know, now that I think about it, what this is down here probably is for the removable battery that is originally a nickel cad battery, and I can't tell you off the top of my head what voltage it could be, because I was reading somewhere that this used to come with batteries, or had the option to, because on the back of the case here it asks battery. So that's probably what that one was for. I don't really see any inputs for it, unless the only inputs I see for that would be these down here, maybe, but only because there's two. Come on, Canon. I know you can do it. I just got the positive and negative on there. That's the only reason why I could think of those could be, but I'm pretty certain that this is for the battery, but don't know where it plugs into. And in case you're wondering, these are the leads that I got with it. I'm not sure if they're original. I'm going to take a wild stab and say that they are. But just to plug in and 2 little mini grabby hooks on there. Little tiny gold-plated hookies. That concludes my teardown of my Fluke 8010A digital multimeter. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy this, I will actually be tearing down some more things, such as a Builder Master circuit builder power supply something or other teardown. And what I'll probably be doing next, most likely, is this portable TV. Catch you next time.